Knock knock.
Who's there?
Alpaca.
Alpaca who?
I'll pack in the trunk, you pack in a suitcase.
It's draw time with Mr. Mayberry. Time to draw.
Well, hello and welcome back to Draw Time with Mr. Mayberry. This is day number 3 of Road Trip Week, and today we're going to be drawing a suitcase. So let's get started. It's time to draw. Okay, today we're drawing a suitcase. We're going to start off with a rectangle shape. And so I'm going to start by drawing the sides and then the bottom and top. Just kind of roughly sketch it in. Then I'm going to make the corners rounded. So I'm going to go back and round those. You can use a ruler for this, but I'm trying to work quickly here to show you, and so it's not necessary. You don't have to, but if you'd like to use a ruler, you can. Okay, we're going to make this 3D, and we're going to do that by adding some depth. We have height and width, so we're going to add depth to it now. I'm going to go back into space. I'm going to draw 3 lines that slant from the bottom left, or bottom right to the top left, that direction. One there, one here, and one here. All about the same length. Then I want to add, here I'll add a vertical line that's parallel with this line right here. And at the top I'll add a horizontal line to connect those two. And it's parallel with the line below it. Okay, I want to make the corners round here also. There, and one more spot. Okay, and as you get the lines where you like them to be, you can go ahead and darken those in as well. And we'll clean up as we go too. So this is the basic shape for the suitcase. Then we're going to add a line to show where it actually opens up. And the lower part of the suitcase is usually wider than the top part, the lid. And so I'm going to make the line that represents that opening is going to be more towards the back, because that's when you lay the suitcase down, that's the top. So this goes closer to the back, and then the same up here, it'll go closer to the back there as well. Okay, so that's where the suitcase opens up. Now there's hinges, you can't see them from this angle, but we would draw those, of course, if we were able to see them from this angle. Now we're going to draw a handle, and I want to find out about where the middle of this rectangle is. I'm going to say it's right about in here. I'm just going to lightly draw a line up just so I know where that's at as I draw. And then what I'm going to do, actually probably over just a little bit because of where it's located between the front and the back, the angle that it is. Alright, so that's about the middle of the suitcase. I'm going to start by making the top of the handle, and the reason I have that line up and down is because I want to make it even amounts of the handle on each side of that line, on both the left and the right. So here's the top of the handle, and then I'm going to slant out for the sides of the handle and try to get them as even as I can. And then down below this line for the opening, this is where the handle will be. So I'm going to make that's where it starts. I'm going to put a curve here on each side, and then I'm going to draw the inside of the handle like this. Okay, and then I want to go back and erase inside of that because it's in front of the back part of the suitcase there, so we don't see through it. We can't see through it, so I'm erasing that part and then cleaning up and redrawing here. Okay, so this is our drawing for today, a suitcase. Well, now that we know how to draw a suitcase, let's take some time and see how we can add that to the big picture. Okay, today I added some color in this first photograph. I'm leaving this side open because I plan to add something to that. And then I added some color to the second photograph down here. And then also, like in a scrapbook, a lot of times you have little pieces of little pictures and little things that are added to talk about whatever's on the page. I went ahead and made our suitcase like it was a sticker that's been added to this page. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, here's what the suitcase looks like up close. Again, I'm trying to make it look like it's a sticker that's been added to this scrapbook page that's the big picture this week. And if you look at the top, you notice I added 2 latches on either side of the handle. They're just ovals that are slanted the same direction the outside lines are. And then also on the front side of this suitcase, I've added some shapes. Now these are to represent different travel stickers, things that you might pick up at various road stops along the way that you could add to your suitcase and show where you've been, where you've traveled to. So this is what our big picture looks like so far this week. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for taking time to draw with me. I hope you'll come back tomorrow, and remember, if you want to be a good artist, do a little drawing every day.
Summer, 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 summertime. Oh yeah, that's a keeper.